Hi YouTube, and welcome to my triumphant return to making videos. Now, the last video I uploaded was about 8 months ago, and the reason why I was gone for so long was because I was out of state for work. But I figured I would ease myself back into the swing of things and make this video. This video is going to be about the awesome Back to the Future mod. And this won't be a video on installing it. That's not the kind of video this is. I'm just showing it off. But there are a plethora of tutorials out there, so you can learn how to install it yourself and do it if you want. And I will link the video in the description, the actual video that I watched, which taught me how to install it. So, with all that being said, one last quick thing about this YouTube thing. I don't know if I'm going to have anything that resembles an upload schedule at all. I'm going to just play this by ear and see what happens. But yeah, so let me get to my destination. I'm heading to the airport right now, to the runway, and I will see you there. Alright, so here we are at the airport. I needed a big area. You'll see why in a second. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring up the menu, which is that. Now, I've got mine set to just F7. The default is Control F8, but my F8 brings up menu. So I don't want that, so I changed it. Anyway, so this is the menu. This is what it looks like. The settings, all this junk and stuff. I will show the Wayback System in a bit, but for right now I just kind of want to show you what it looks like. Okay, so the first thing we've got is the Spawn DMC-12. Now what that is just a regular run-of-the-mill DeLorean. So if I click on that, it spawns me into a DeLorean. Oop. Don't want the radio. But, yeah, God, this mod is just a masterpiece. Everything is fully modeled, everything is highly detailed, and I can go into first-person mode, get into the car, you can see what it looks like on the inside. If you've never seen the inside of DeLorean, this is what it looks like. Alright, that's enough of that. So, let's do, actually, let me delete this car. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to bring up the menu again, and up at the top, we've got Spawn. I can go to Back to the Future 1. This is the Back to the Future 1 car, I mean, self-explanatory. Back to the Future 1 with Hook. We've got the Back to the Future 2 car, Back to the Future 3, and Back to the Future 3 with the railroad track settings. But let's do Back to the Future 1 and watch this animation. This is incredible. How cool is that? And if you look, if you notice, the car is cold. Just like it was in the movie, and wait for it. That's so awesome. But yeah, this is the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the first one. Everything again is highly detailed. Get inside the car. And you've got all the instruments, the flux capacitor, all that stuff, right? Turn the time circuits on and off. So there's that. Now I'm gonna bring up Back to the Future 1 with the Hook, just so you can see what it looks like. It's the same exact thing, except this has got the hook attached to the side, which you can attach to the back, just like that. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. So let's bring up Back to the Future 2. It's so cool. On the back here, we've got Mr. Fusion. Which, fun fact, Mr. Fusion is a coffee maker. Another fun fact, Mr. Fusion is an alien. So, yeah. Bit of nerd trivia for you there. Anyway. So, I'm just showing off the cars for right now. Let's bring up Back to the Future 3. And there's so much attention to detail, like... I don't know if I can point this out accurately or not, but the suspension in the Back to the Future 3 was different from the first two movies. So this version of the DeLorean sits just a little bit higher than the previous version of it, which I think is amazing. Such a good mod. All right, let's bring up Back to the Future 3 with the railroad setup. Nearly identical. The only difference is, you know, they've got it set up for the railroad tracks. Oh, I just noticed that. It says Pepsi on the side. Alright, okay, so that's all well and good. I'm going to delete all these time machines. So, you guys want to see how the DeLorean works. So, I'm going to bring up the menu again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in the Back to the Future 1 car. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is refuel the DeLorean because it needs fuel, right? Plutonium. So you come to the back here, hold right on the D-pad to do that, and now you're going to press right on the D-pad to refuel it, and then hold right again to close it. So now you're all set up. And now, you're ready to do this. And if you've seen the movies, you know what's coming. You gotta get this sucker up to 88 miles per hour. And yes, it does work. Alright. Okay. I've come all the way back here because we need that speed. The DeLorean handles like garbage. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Alright, anyway. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter in the destination. So let's go November 5th, right? 1955. And, what? 11 o'clock at night? Just like that, right? And, hi-ho silver. Away we go. Ooh. Alright, okay. Hopefully we can still get it. All custom sounds. Here we go, here we go, here we go. How cool is that? Yep, and so now here we are, November 5th, 1955. Now, I did set it for 11 o'clock, but that's because it didn't change because I've paused the clock time. So, let's do that again. I gotta refill the plutonium. How cool is this? It's amazing, right? Alright. Here we go. Because I want to see the time change. So let's go ahead and turn this around. Go. All right, and let's do this first person. How cool is that, man? Here we are, we've arrived. November 5th, 1955 at 11 o'clock at night. I mean, like, dude. And, it's telling me that my, thing is empty. Alright, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to travel into the past a little bit so that we've got daytime. Let's see.
Start up, you piece of shit!
Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, here's something that can happen. The DeLorean stalls. But if you hit your head on the steering wheel, it starts up. How freaking cool is that? So much attention to detail. Alright, here we go. And yes, everything is fully customizable too. I'll show you that in a second. After I show off everything else first. I went into cinematic mode there just for a second. I mean, just... my God. Alright. So, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this time machine. And I'm going to bring in the Back to the Future 2 time machine. And again, just talking about that attention to detail, if you notice, the DeLorean isn't as cold as it is upon re-entry. And that's just how the movie's progressed. I don't know what the in-universe explanation is, but yeah, it's just not as cold. Go ahead and fill up Mr. Fusion here. Okay. And there's the inclusion of the clock there from the end of the first movie. Flux capacitors fluxing. Time circuits on. All right. So, what's a time we want to go to? A date. Let's see. Let's do my birthday. My actual birthday. That's not the time, but it's my birthday. But do we need roads where we're going? Abso-freaking-lutely not. How cool is this? And then we hit the boosters. And it's even got the wormhole effect from the second movie. I mean, just seriously, how cool is this mod? Here we go. And now we're September 3rd, 1986. My birthday. And you can also land the car. It's got a landing mode. Once you get close enough to the ground, it has steam effects. Just like in the movie. I mean, isn't this... I know I keep saying it, but isn't this amazing? Okay, so... once again, I'm gonna delete this time machine. I don't have to do that, but I like to keep things clean. Alright, so Back to the Future 3. Now, Back to the Future 3, the DeLorean never hovered, so it's not on this version of the DeLorean. Which, I get it, but, I mean, the hover conversion is, it's just so nice. But, okay. This is just giving you a feel of, you know what I mean, like, what every, DeLorean does. So, let's do another date. Let's see. Sure, why not? 2015. And I wonder if we've got enough runway to get up to 88. I guess we'll find out. Here we go. Again, the effects from the third movie. Each one has its own appropriate wormhole effect. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm gonna hit that palm tree. Yep. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Alright. So basically you get the idea of what this does. But you can also take things further. So here you've got a spawn preset because you can actually customize your own DeLorean. So, let's say I want this DeLorean, right? I want the wormhole type to be from Back to the Future 3, because I like that. The power source, you can have nuclear, Mr. Fusion. I like Mr. Fusion. Wheel type, you can do, you know, the white walls or the railroad tires. I think I'm going to stick with this. Yes, I want hover conversion. That doesn't really mean that it hovers, it just means that, yeah, it's got it. Time circuit control tubes. That just puts the stuff on the front, just like the third movie. Hook on the door, if you want it. The clock on the inside. And I like the 3-digit speedometer. You can even change which license plate you have. Futuristic, out of time, no time, timeless. I mean, that's just cool. Let's do futuristic. Exhaust type. Back to the Future, none, stock. Sure, let's do that. Right, okay. Suspension. You could do all sorts of different suspension. I think, what was the third movie? Was it this? I think it might have been this. I don't know. Let's just do stock. You can even change the hood up. I mean, that's so cool. And then, you know, confirm it. Like I said, there's no hover conversion, but there you go. You've just built your own DeLorean. And if you've got menu installed, you can even do stuff like, I don't know. Let's see. You can change the paints up. So, if you want a bright orange DeLorean, you can have a bright orange DeLorean. Right? That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. But wait! There's more! So, let's see. I'm gonna delete all time machines. And, another thing that you can do is you can turn whatever vehicle you're in into a DeLorean. Or a time machine, I should say. So bring that up. And then transform into a time machine. So now I've got time circuits. And you don't have to worry about filling it up with plutonium or anything like that. Oop, turn on the time circuits. Let's do... Let's do Halloween of this year. because why not, right? I don't know, I just picked it at random. And there we go. So you can turn any vehicle into a time machine, and it's a lot of fun to mess around with. I just wish that you could do hover conversion on your custom cars and stuff, but it's fine. I guess it's okay because it makes it like special to the Back to the Future 2 car. Let's see, what else can I show off? I showed off the spawn reset. I showed off this. Oh yeah, let's talk about the settings. So in the settings, you've got things like cinematic spawn, the landing system, infinite fuel. If you get this mod, you want infinite fuel on, because otherwise, every time you time travel, you need to find plutonium or trash, and I don't know how to do either of those things, so just keep infinite fuel on. But the Wayback System is really freaking cool, and what it does is it records your actions basically, and allows you, well, you know what, I'll just show you. Okay, so I'm going to turn that on, and I'm going to keep time paradox on. Okay, so let me spawn in a DeLorean. Oops. Let's spawn in you. Now there is a bug with the Wayback System where if you spawn in a DeLorean, sometimes it'll spawn in two for some reason. I don't really know why. But anyway, so let's just go to... Oops. I should have refueled first. Well, so let's jump into a random time. And yes, you have to do this every time you time travel. Just like the movies, right? Alright, so... Let's travel... 9:37 apparently. Oh no, it's raining. I might get struck by lightning, which is a thing that can happen. Anyway, do you see my radar down there? There's another DeLorean on my radar, which means there I am. And since I've got Paradox on, if I kill my past self, I then die. And it does this. It does the little chime. How cool is that? Oh, something's going on. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm actually gonna turn off the Wayback system though, because like I said, it can mess up the stuff. Year-based traffic just means depending on when you travel to. So like, let's say if you travel back to like 1985, there will be less traffic on the road because there was less population. And if you go back to like 1885, there's no traffic because there's no cars. They just weren't a thing. Oops. Maybe I probably could have done that better. All right. Let's try that again. Let's position ourselves this way and spawn in our car. Oh my god! So let me fuel. Shut up. Alright. So let's do this. Also, I love the fact that I can manually type in my destination. Let's do... You have to do military time in order to get the right time. Oh, no, I don't want PM. Yeah, I want PM, yeah. So, let's go to 1855. And you can see, oh my god! See what I'm talking about. Whoa. Did you see that? A little bit of that building was floating in the foreground. And here we go. Good old futuristic Los Angeles in 1855. But if you notice, there's no cars. I will say one thing about this mod, though, is the camera's a little bit nauseating. Because it doesn't fix the camera to the back of the car. It's almost like it's freestanding and the car just kind of rotates around. But that's kind of how you would expect the DeLorean to handle. It's very much reminiscent of the Universal ride before they took that away from us. If you ever had the chance to ride that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that's what you would expect it to handle like, and that's how it does handle. But it's pretty cool in first person. Right? I mean, if you grew up watching these movies, how is this not a dream come true? Like a childhood dream come true to do this, right? Like, this is so cool, and it's so much fun to mess around with. Go under this bridge. Ah! Ah! Whee! But I think that's about it. I think I've dragged on this video long enough. Go ahead and land. I can ride around. That beeping, by the way, that you hear is the speedometer. It's all custom sounds and stuff from the movie. If I turn the time circuits on, you can hear the flux capacitor fluxing. The one thing I did do, though, is I turned off the beeping. I need to do that. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can change all these guys and stuff. The sound effects. I turned off the time circuits beeping because that got a little bit annoying. Like, listen. But yeah, I think that's about it. If you want to download this mod and mess around with it, I will leave a video link in the description. The exact video that I followed to do it myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what I'll do next. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what I play, if I play anything, because let's face it, Let's Plays are dead. Nobody cares about Let's Plays anymore. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Roth Games, signing off.